Okay, here we go. I am late. As usual. As usual, I am late. Hello. And I've got a poofy hair because I didn't want to do anything else with it. It's one of those days where I didn't want to do anything with my hair because I'm doing plenty of other things with my life, and my hair was the least of my worries. Hence, here it is. I don't know. I think it's cute. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I'm doing good. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my nervous system. I'm working on my mini projects and trying to do less of them. Good luck to me. I just wanted to say hello. And please let me know if you have requests for me to talk about future things that you're struggling with your voice. Just things that you want to know about me, from me. If you want to come on and do a live coaching, I'm open to that as well. But this one's probably going to be a short one. I know I say that a lot. And then I get talking and then it's not short. But I really need to go take some time for myself today. Anyway, I hope that you are singing, and I hope that you are enjoying singing, and I hope that you are taking a little time to practice a little bit every day. Because as a voice teacher as that sounds, like you gotta practice, otherwise you're a failure. That's not really what I want to say, but I do want to reiterate that daily practice, if not every other day, just more consistent practice is better than occasional deeper practice. Really, it would be great to do both, but there's a lot of people that come into my world and they're like, I feel like I'm in a plateau. I'm just not getting any better. I have a lot of stage fright and I feel stuck, and there are many reasons for that. Like, the world is a shit show right now, and we're mostly just focused on survival, and that is okay. Most of us have 3 jobs. You got to take care of you first. And as we are working on dismantling the systems where we don't have to have 3 jobs anymore, we can still sing. And we can still be joyful, and we can still have fun, and we can still grow. I'm not saying this as you gotta go do more, hustle. If you know me, that's not how I roll as a teacher. I'm just saying that the reason why you are not growing is possibly because you are not showing up for your singer self in the smallest way, more consistently. And what that might look like is, instead of needing to set aside a whole hour, because who has that, we take 5 minutes, right? We leave for our destination 5 minutes earlier instead of scrolling. Honestly, that's hard for me too. I get it. Just putting it out there in case you're having a great day and you're like, yeah, I could do that. In case you're a person who's early anyway to things, tell me how to be like you. But show up to your destination 5 minutes earlier. Sing in the car before you get out, before you go to the place you're going, right? Just spend 5 minutes on your voice only every single day. If you have a voice teacher and they are giving you homework or focus or things to work on, spend that time every single day, not just once before your next voice lesson, every single day. And honestly, to me, 5 minutes a day compared to an hour 3 times a week feels so much easier, right? And the consistency is the key, because when your nervous system feels like something is usual, it will bring it into its comfort zone, right? When your nervous system feels like something is like a big freaking deal and it only happens once in a while, that's when it's going to start freaking out and be like, hey, guess what? This is not helpful. I don't like it. I don't like being here because I'm not here every day and I don't know that it's safe, right? So if you're practicing 1 hour before your next voice lesson every single week, that means that your nervous system is going to see that practice time as, I have very little time to get this right, so I got to get it perfect. So there's all this pressure, and I have to sing for an hour, and if my voice doesn't hold out for that hour, then I'm a failure, right? Doesn't make any logical sense when you zoom out and look at it that way. But if you are practicing for 5 minutes every single day, then it becomes like brushing your teeth, right? Making coffee. It's something that you do every single day that your nervous system's like, oh yeah, we did this yesterday. I remember it was very close in my memory. It was fine. It was a little scary the first 5 times, but then on day 6, it felt easier. And now it is a part of my routine and my usual. And now it doesn't seem so scary. There's not as much pressure because it's only 5 minutes. That's literally all you have to do. Like, that's your only goal, is to get to 5 minutes. That's not very long at all. That's very little pressure. And the best thing, if you mess up, if you have a bad practice, you're going to practice tomorrow. You get to restart over again, right? You see how that's way less pressure on yourself than waiting until you have a full hour to fully practice and be fully present. And then you procrastinate until the last minute and you're like, well, I only have an hour to get all this stuff done. I only have an hour to get this into my body. And if you only do it 20 times one time, that's not getting into your body. If you do it 20 times over 7 days, then it will be getting into your body because you have recovery time. And then you have a reiteration. And then you have recovery time. And then you have reiteration. And then you, etc. You know what I mean? So that's a thing. Hopefully this makes a lot more sense to your brain than just your voice teacher going, you got to practice every day, right? Not the most helpful or growth-oriented way to say that, but it is still necessary for us to say as voice teachers because everyday practice is still the most beneficial, the most helpful, the thing that will move the needle for you if you are struggling and stuck and frustrated is daily practice. Remember, watch the rest of this video. It doesn't have to be stressful, okay? It doesn't have to be guilting yourself into doing it for a whole half an hour every day. It really doesn't. It can be as easy as, oh, I got to my destination early. I'm going to sing for 5 minutes. Oh, I'm walking around this park and nobody's around. I'm going to sing for 5 minutes. I'm washing my dishes, right? While I'm putting stuff in the dishwasher, I'm going to sing for 5 minutes. That's all it has to be. And chances are, if that's the parameters that you give your brain, once you start singing, you're going to want to keep singing anyway for another 5 minutes. And then it turns into 10. Guess what? You just did 10 minutes every day for 5 days. Amazing. Because the pressure was not there and you just let it be from a place of joy. You are doing the thing that will move the needle faster than if you force yourself to sit down and have a disciplined 45-minute on purpose, focused practice with nothing getting in the way. Honestly, how often does that happen in your life ever, right? Like, I don't have an hour many times a week. I just don't. But I do have 10 minutes here and there. And if telling yourself 10 minutes feels like a lot, tell yourself 5. But the consistency and the frequency is the key from a nervous system perspective, right? And you're going to have bad days, right? Again, the point of this is not to shame yourself. If you don't practice one day out of the 7, fine, good. Take yourself out to dinner. Take yourself to bed when you need to. Like, if you don't have 5 minutes, if your brain is just on other things, fine, totally cool, no shame, right? Come back the next day. That's the best part. You didn't make it happen one day, there's always tomorrow for another 5 minutes. Doesn't that feel easier? And you can find this in your day, right? I always recommend for people who have anxiety and who are slightly neurodivergent and who struggle with a calendar, don't put it on a calendar. If you're a person that thrives on a calendar, amazing. Put it in your calendar a couple times a day so you have backups, right? If one doesn't work out, then you have the other one. If you're not, totally understand. Don't force yourself to have a calendar if you're not a calendar person, right? What I say is to find the place that you're most likely to end up singing. What's the place that you're most likely to sing now? In your car? In your kitchen? In your bathroom? In your shower? Where is that like for you? Find a way to write a note for yourself and stick it there so that when you're there, instead of thinking about your taxes or other stuff, that is your singing place now. So the 5 minutes that you're in the shower every day, that's your singing place now, and you don't forget. So you have a note there, right? Now, of course, you might be talking to somebody on the phone while you're doing dishes or in the car or something, and that's also fine. It doesn't have to happen every time, but the sticky note is there to remind you. And another tip, move the sticky around, write it again every week in a different color, put it in slightly different places, write it on a different medium, right? So maybe one day it's paper, one day you write in dry erase on your mirror, like move it around so you see it. Because if you're anything like me, and especially my husband, if something's there for a day or two, it's out of vision. It does not exist anymore. So just allowing yourself to put your environment such that it's giving you the best opportunity to grab that joy when you need it. You're just grabbing at joy in those moments. Oh, I'm early for my doctor's appointment. What can I do right now? Scroll on Instagram? Nope. That's the most joyful option. I'm going to sing for 5 minutes. I'm going to practice what Sarah was talking about. I'm going to put this into my usual nervous system world. This works for other things that you're trying to build habits for as well. Flossing, it's a hard one. Put your floss in your face, right? This is the same idea. Let it be joyful, right? Play some music while you do it. Give yourself the gift of dancing around, having a little dance party while you floss, whatever you need to do to make it joyful, and give yourself the out of it being, not having to be a whole to do and a whole chore and be painful. Yeah? Hopefully that's helpful. Okay, I'm gonna go. Lots of love. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, bye. Boop, 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 boop.